What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol OCGN for Ocugen Inc. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be a bit of an update since we've covered it in the past multiple times on the channel here. The last time we were discussing Ocugen, we were talking about this bearish acceptance and the overall lower 50% of this overall range. I know we have a lot of ranges to discuss, but it just looked fairly bearish. Obviously, things changed during today's session, where we made a move higher up and over that 720 to the top end of the overall daily range, right? You can note that we have a number of points of resistance in here at and around the $7.68 mark. So that does sort of shift the tone, but as we've mentioned in the past, a number of times, not just the last video we did here, but basically anytime we talk about Ocugen, we talk about these moves here, which need to be fueled by really strong volume. Look at the volume that happens when we get those large breakout candles. Even this in here happened on elevated volume here, and obviously this move as well happened on elevated volume here. So it's really all going to be about, can we put in more volume than we saw in today's session for momentum continuation? If we can't, I would expect more chop, basically things like this, like we've seen in the past. Maybe some fake breaks that take us into 8, but really nothing higher than that. Again, that's if volume remains on par with what we saw today and even in the past, right? Basically in here at and around, let's just get a read on today's session, 14 million shares or less, okay? So that's going to sort of negate a momentum play. But if we can see volume early on in the session greater than 2 million shares per 30-minute bar, I would say. So on Tuesday morning, if we open up and start putting in volume bars that are on par again with at least 2 million shares, then maybe there's potential for a momentum play to the upside here to get us into that $9 target, which we've seen in the past, right? It doesn't have to be 9 definitively, but that's kind of the area, the zone that you'll start to target if we take out 8 on really strong volume, okay? Let's take a look at the 30-minute intraday chart here. Obviously, very bullish pattern, a bull pennant, of course. I do understand, yes, in the post-market, we're currently trading on a gap up, 786 by 787, so basically in this range in here, just below that $7.95 and $8 breakout point. So again, maybe we get that momentum play gap and go to the upside, but it's all going to boil down, trickle down to volume. If it's 2 million or greater, fine, look for the momentum play. But if it's less than that, if it's kind of in here, sub 1 million, I would not be interested. It, to me, would at least look more like a fake out like this, like we've seen in here, just not so promising for that big run up towards that 9-round number. In terms of the 38.2 with our Fibonacci's, let's go ahead and just throw that on here so we get a sense of where we're trading at. What you'll notice is it's quite a ways underneath us, okay? So even if we do dip down into today's range during tomorrow's session, not the end of the world as long as we hold up above the 38.2, which is currently at $7.43. So again, if we see a gap and trap move back inside of the range, look for consolidation to be kind of in this zone. Oops, sorry about that. Consolidation in this zone and maybe a reattempt on strong volume the following day or even into the end of the week. So that's going to wrap up my thoughts inside of Ocugen. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up, not the volume, a thumbs up. And all of that being said, of course, I do wish you a green trading week.